your thoughts and emotions are becoming more and more balanced and in alignment with each other. In this manner you are creating clearer thought forms about the reality you wish to perceive and live. Please remember that if your thoughts and emotions flow in different directions or on different frequencies, you will find it difficult to create a constant perceptual field which you can reflect back to your conscious awareness. There are many things to be seen around you, but if you do not bring a vision into your conscious awareness, you will likely not perceive it, or you will likely soon forget it, that vision, experience, memory or choice of actions or behavior. One of the primary outcomes that you are all wish to create, is whether you are aware of it or not, is the slow but steady transmutation of your earth vessel. Your earth vessel is the envelope that encases your third-dimensional consciousness. When your consciousness begins to maintain a steady connection to the higher frequencies, your body begins to shift in an attempt to stay in alignment with the resonance of your thoughts and emotions. If your thoughts and emotions are not in alignment with each other, your body becomes confused and is unable to create a steady frequency rate. Hence, you will likely feel nervous, depressed or disoriented. Your chosen creative process is based on your thoughts and emotions remaining in a steady state of entrainment. If your thoughts are, "I am ready to return to my innate higher resonance," but you have fear-based emotions around what you are saying, you will not have confidence in new thoughts or actions. Then, this unsteady unknown can create fear and insecurity, and you may not feel like you wish to face that which you once felt good about. In fact, you may even experience some fear of that because your thoughts, reactions and actions may not be consistent enough for you to complete your desired action. Then, your entire earth vessel can become confused by the two opposite messages that are trying to align with each other and with your actions. Fortunately, your third-dimensional earth vessel is likely accustomed to your thoughts and feelings being out of alignment with each other, and is far too familiar to have fear-based emotions. In this case, your body and thinking will likely stay in the safety zone of the third dimension. However, because of your conscious, or unconscious, desire to return to your higher frequency of consciousness and reality, you will likely feel a great sense of limitation or loneliness for something or someone that you have lost. These types of thoughts and emotions lower your consciousness. It is then that the process of transmutation of your earth vessel comes to a halt. On the other hand, when you begin to have experiences in which you feel a unique and deeply comforting feeling, you will likely feel like you are returning to your transmutation process. These memories may not include exactly what you were returning to, but they will likely give you a great deal of hope and reassurance. Without this hope and reassurance, it is difficult to keep your consciousness on the path of expanding your consciousness, and your general sense of self can greatly diminish. It is then that you may feel as though you were cast adrift on a hostile planet. However, Gaia is not hostile. What is hostile is the humans who wish to halt Gaia's transmutation. These dark ones serve to halt Gaia's transmutation because deep inside they know that they could not transmute with her. These people are usually filled with fear, anger and negative thinking. Do you see now how these enemies are actually tormented people who cannot allow themselves the gift of transmutation? If you can realize that fact, your fear and anger will be released, or greatly diminished. With your own fear and anger diminished, your emotions come into entrainment with your emotional desire to return the higher realities that flickers just beyond your physical perceptions. Fortunately, these higher dimensional perceptions expand your consciousness so that you can continue your personal process of transmutation. While in this process you become increasingly aware of how your thoughts affect your emotions and your emotions affect your thoughts. It is then that you are remembering that your thoughts and emotions have infinitely been connected. You also are remembering that your long sojourn through the third dimension is cycling back to return to the awareness of your true multidimensional self. Therefore, you are remembering that you chose to enter third-dimensional Earth to assist with planetary ascension. Do you also remember that you have ascended several times? Do you remember that that is why you were chosen to take an Earth vessel during this now of Gaia's shift? The memory of your past ascensions will greatly assist you to align your thoughts and emotions to create the thought forms of personal and planetary ascension. Once your thoughts and emotions are in alignment with the joy and privilege of assisting with planetary ascension, your light body begins to awaken from deep within your earth vessel. Your light body is nestled in the core of your Kundalini, which is within the core of your spinal cord. Before you connect with this latent energy field within your core, we ask you to connect your own core with the core of Gaia. Because you are wearing a humanoid form, your core is long and runs up and down your spine. Conversely, Gaia's core is within the center of her circular, planetary form. We suggest that you allow yourself to remember the many times your consciousness has visited the core of Gaia. When you entrain your thoughts with your emotions and entrain your personal core with Gaia's planetary core, your human vessel comes into alignment with Gaia's planetary vessel. When you are in alignment and entrainment with the planet, you feel very safe and comforted. Furthermore, when you align your thoughts with the emotions of safety and comfort, you will likely be more happy, loving, and helpful to others as they go through their personal transmutation. Since Gaia is transmuting, and you are entrained with her planetary transmutation, your personal transmutation is greatly accelerated. You can best maintain your alignment with Gaia by entraining your consciousness with unconditional love and unselfish thoughts of serving Gaia and all her inhabitants. This alignment with unconditional love and service to all life is vital because that state of consciousness best allows Gaia to assist you, just as you are assisting her. How can the planet assist me? You may ask. The answer is that once you love and serve all life, you realize that every component Gaia's planet is alive and sentient. You can choose to breathe into Gaia's fifth dimensional elementals and assist them to intermingle with your own inner elementals of the earth, air, fire, synapses, and water. With each exhale, you breathe into Gaia's elementals, and with every out-breath you intermingle all the elementals with all that is within yourself. Hence, with every in-breath and out-breath you merge more and more deeply with the planet on a basic elemental level. This process begins, and is greatly amplified, when you merge your thoughts and emotions to create the thought form of ascension. Then you can more easily merge your physical body with your ascension body. Your ascension body is your light body, which is awaiting rebirth in the core of your Kundalini, which is in the core of your spine. Once consciously aligned with your own core, you can merge your transmuting core with Gaia's transmuting core. While in your core you can merge your third dimensional elements of earth, air, fire and water with your fifth dimensional elementals of earth, air, fire and water to escalate the transmutation of your personal form. In this manner you can best assist Gaia by merging your personal elementals with Gaia's planetary elementals. Can you see how human and planets are becoming one? Do you also understand how you must first become one with your personal potential before you can become one with Gaia's planetary potential? This process of merging with all life around you can only occur once you have merged with all life inside you. It is within the core of yourself that you can deeply experience being within the core of the planet. Remember that the higher frequencies/dimensions are not above you, they are within you. In the same manner, the lower frequencies/dimensions are not below you, but around you. Do you see now how you are a portal? When you travel interdimensionally, you do not go out or up, you go in and through. Turn around inside yourself and see the light resonating from your inner core. The mere act of using your fifth dimensional imagination to look inside yourself expands your consciousness enough for you to perceive your own inner light. You do not have this inner light because you are good. You have this inner light because you are alive. The polarities of good and bad mean nothing in the fifth dimension, as they do not exist at that frequency. In the fifth dimension and beyond there are no polarities. We realize that freedom from all polarities is a novel concept for your third dimensional brain. However, even the term polarity does not exist in the fifth dimension and beyond. When you travel interdimensionally, your first landing pad will be a fifth dimensional expression of your own multidimensional self. Because you have myriad fifth dimensional expressions of self, however, your fifth dimensional self is not separate from the fifth dimensional selves of others. In fact, there is no fifth dimensional concept of others. Everyone is an expression of the same oneness. Thus, everyone is in constant connection with everyone, just as all your fingers are in constant communication with your hand. Also, your hand is in total unity with your body, which is merging with your light body. Actually, your light body hand appears more as a flash of light, than a palm with fingers. Your light bodies are totally adaptable to every situation. Therefore, if you are on the starship ready to greet guest, you may choose to wear any form that will make the guest feel comfortable. Wearing a form in the fifth dimension is similar to wearing a uniform. Your uniform merges with you so that you appear to be wearing a body that is wearing a uniform. You usually choose to wear a form when you present yourself to third-dimensional humans, including your own third-dimensional self. In this manner, you can share your unconditional love and multidimensional light without frightening their, or your, third-dimensional expression. Just as your body is transmuting into a light body, Gaia's planet is transmuting into a light planet. This light planet will no longer need to confine her great essence within a dense, third-dimensional shell. In fact, the animals, plants and aspects of nature that have become extinct to the third dimension have actually been the leaders of relocation from density into light. When you begin your conscious visits to fifth dimensional Earth, you will be happy to see that many of the flora, fauna and humans you believed have died or become extinct have only died to the resonance of the third dimension. They lived the timeline that they chose and have now relocated to a version of reality that does not exist in time. Time and space merge to become the 3D matrix of Earth. When you leave time and the sequential space that time created, you leave the 3D matrix and return to the fifth dimensional resonance and beyond. We say resonance because the fifth dimension is not static in the same manner as the third dimension. If you look out into your yard and see a big tree, it will remain exactly where it is no matter what your state of consciousness, intention or belief. If you were to see that tree from a fourth dimension frequency, it would still be bound by many of the 3D rules, such as the roots go down into the earth and the branches go up into the sky. Conversely, in the fifth dimension, you may not see a tree, but when you think, "I wish there was a big shade tree next to me," with your next blink you see the tree. If you wanted the tree to be taller, your thoughts would change the size of the tree. One thing you could not do in the fifth dimension would be to chop down the tree. All life is always respected in the fifth dimension. Hence, if you did not want to be by that tree, you could transport to another location, or shift your reality to no longer have a tree. If there was no tree, and you decide you do want one, you would just think about how wonderful it would be to have a beautiful tree beside you. You would then connect your thoughts of, "I would like a tree beside me," with the image of the tree. Then you would feel the emotions of the comfort of the tree, enjoy the feeling of the tree's shade and the beauty of the tree. You may also choose to enjoy merging with the life force of the tree and its many inhabitants. In other words, you would merge your consciousness with the experience of being beside the tree. You would then allow your perceptions to follow the dictates of your imagination so that you perceive what your imagination is creating, while you simultaneously create what you wish to perceive. Again, your inner, higher dimensional self would project out your inner thought form and fill it with unconditional love and multidimensional light to give your thought form fifth dimensional life. All fifth dimensional life exists within the now of the One. Hence, all life is accepted and appreciated as a living, sentient being that shares the same frequency of consciousness as your own. In the same manner you can unite with your divine complement, ascended friends from physical Earth, your mission and or your guides who are actually higher dimensional expressions of your own multidimensional self. All of these experiences exist infinitely within the now of the fifth dimensional one to display infinite versions of all that is. The all that is contains every possible reality that is. You set the appearance and members of your reality with your own thought forms. Then you are the creator of your perceptions and your perceptions are the creator of your environment. In other words, perception is creation. You perceive what you want to create and create what you want to perceive. Your desire creates the perceptions that represent that which you wish to perceive. You may ask, are perceptions and creations separate or merged terms? The answer depends on your state of consciousness, which dictates your frequency of reality, which determines how you perceive your world. All realities travel in a circular path of creation/perception and perception/creation. In the fifth dimension and beyond there is no separation between perception and or creation. In fact, in the higher dimensional worlds there is no communications of separate words spread out in a sequential order. All is within the now of the One. All that you could desire, perceive, create or communicate is within that now with which you are one. Blessings, dear Ascending Ones. We, your galactic family, are one with you now. Blessings, dear Ascending Ones. We are one with you now.